All right, so we're diving deep into lock and key today.
The key, yeah.
So like kind of a crazy magical world, right?
Yeah.
A family moves into this old, mysterious house
Mhm.
after this, like a really horrible loss.
Right, a tragedy.
Yeah, and they find all these magical keys, right?
Yeah, and each key has a unique power.
Like some pretty wild stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I was reading about one that can like make you fly or something.
Oh, yeah, the angel key.
Yeah, that's the one. So we're gonna like unlock the secrets of Key House, figure out who this Dodge character is and like what they're up to.
Because they're definitely up to no good.
No, definitely not. And we'll explore like why this Key House is so important.
Right. Yeah, it's like a central hub for all this magic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think one of the coolest things is how each of the lock kids, they find keys that are like specifically connected to them,
Yeah, like Tyler, the oldest.
Yeah.
He finds keys that give him like super strength.
Yeah, and it's like almost like the keys are helping him deal with all the stuff he's going through.
Yeah,
right?
it's like they're connected to his inner struggles, you know?
Because he's got all this guilt and responsibility after what happened to their dad.
Exactly. And those keys are like almost like tools to help him confront all that, you know?
It makes me wonder what kind of key I would find.
Oh, that's a great question.
Right. Like if I was in Key House, what would my Y key be? What do you think?
Well, I think keys are often symbolic, right?
Yeah, okay.
They represent unlocking potential, facing your fears,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and taking control. And it's like, for the Locke family, they're going through this huge healing process, you know, after their dad's death, and these keys,
Right.
they kind of become part of that journey.
Totally. So it's like they're not just finding these magical objects,
Right.
but they're also like discovering themselves.
Exactly. They're unlocking parts of themselves they didn't even know were there.
Okay, so we talked about Tyler. What about Kinsey? She finds some pretty crazy keys too, right?
Oh, yeah. She finds the key that lets her, like, literally take her fear out of her body.
I know, right? Like imagine being able to just poof, make your fear disappear.
Right. That's like a powerful metaphor for overcoming emotional barriers.
Yeah, it's like the creators were totally thinking about that, right?
Oh, I definitely think so. I mean, think about it. The fear key, it's not just a cool plot device. It's a visual representation of a real psychological process.
Right.
Confronting your fears, acknowledging their power, but choosing not to be controlled by them.
Wow, that's deep.
Just like Kinsey does in the show.
Right.
She literally takes her fear out and faces it head on.
Okay, and then there's Bode, the youngest. He's always finding the most like whimsical keys.
Oh, yeah, he's all about imagination and playfulness.
Remember that ghost key?
Oh, yeah. The one that lets him walk through walls and see ghosts.
That's it. It's like he gets to experience the world from a completely different perspective.
Yeah. Right. And it reminds us that even as we grow up, it's important to keep that sense of wonder, you know?
Oh, totally. To approach life with a sense of adventure and curiosity.
Exactly.
Like Bode. I mean, don't forget the music box key, too.
Oh, right.
I feel like that one's all about how we shape our own stories, like writing our own narratives.
That's a great point. It's like how we control the music, we control the story.
Oh, man. Speaking of shaping stories, that anywhere key.
Oh, the one that lets you travel anywhere.
Yes. Like, come on. That's a total game changer.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine being able to just go anywhere you want instantly.
Right. Like the possibilities are endless.
Right. But then it also makes you think, like, would we use it responsibly?
That's the big question, isn't it? It's like it taps into this very human desire for escape, for instant gratification.
Yeah, and it's interesting to think about how we tried to do that in real life.
Right, even without magic.
Like, do we escape through social media or video games or even, like, unhealthy habits?
Yeah, it's like we're always searching for those keys to escape.
Okay, and then there's the head key.
Oh, wow, that one's intense.
Right, like entering someone else's mind. That's a lot.
It makes you think about empathy and understanding, but also manipulation.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Right.
Right. Like, would we really want to know what everyone's thinking?
No way. Some things are better left unsaid.
Right. It's like, is some mystery essential for human connection?
Totally. And I think the head key brings up a lot of ethical questions, too.
Oh, absolutely. Like, think about the implications for therapy or conflict resolution, even criminal justice.
Right. Like, imagine being able to see into a criminal's mind.
It would change everything.
It would be both amazing and terrifying at the same time.
For sure.
All right, so we can't forget about the villain in all of this, Dodge.
Right. The one who wants to use the keys for evil.
Yeah, they're always lurking in the shadows, trying to manipulate everyone.
And it's like, Their presence highlights this idea that power, it can be used for good or evil.
Right. It all depends on the person using it.
Exactly. It's like a reflection of our own choices in a way.
I mean, I know Dodge is supposed to be the bad guy, but I also think their motivations are kind of understandable in a weird way.
Oh, interesting. How so?
What they're driven by this, like deep pain and grief and a need for control. And I think that's something we can all relate to on some level, right?
Yeah, we all experience loss and trauma.
Right. And it's like how we choose to deal with those things. That defines who we are.
Exactly. And Lock and Key does a great job of blurring the lines between good and evil.
Totally. It makes you question everything.
Right. It's not always black and white.
No way. And through all of this, the Locke family, they really have to rely on each other.
Oh, absolutely. Their bond is what helps them survive.
They learn to forgive, to work together, to protect the Keys, to protect themselves.
And it's like their journey is a testament to the power of family. It's within those relationships that we learn to navigate all the tough stuff.
Right, we discover who we truly are.
Exactly. It's like our own personal key house.
So we've talked about all these crazy keys and this intense family drama. What resonated with you the most?
I think for me, it's the overall message that we all have the power to unlock amazing things within ourselves in the world.
Right, we all have our own keys.
Exactly. Our passions, our values, our relationships.
Those are the things that shape our journeys.
And the real magic, the real power lies in how we choose to use them.
That's deep.
It is, isn't it?
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into Lock and Key.
A world of magic, mystery, and the power of choice.
So until next time, keep searching for your own keys and unlock your true potential.
And remember, the greatest adventures often start with a single turn of the key.
See ya.
Bye.